if there's a way to like block the sound without needing this thing, or maybe I can do that. So it's not like really in the way.
But it's like still there.
It's still doing what it's supposed to do, but it's like you can see my pretty face. The lens is so dirty. Oh my.
Yeah, we don't have much time, right?
Yeah, we might make this a
30 minutes.
30-minute episode. You heard? Welcome back to the podcast, Friendly Disagreements, where we say whatever we want. Besides, we'll get us in trouble with our mom.
What'd you just do?
Whoa.
Alright, that's what I thought you did.
We back. It's your host, Isaias.
Angel.
Mr. Angel. And look at who's back. The one and only Julio.
God damn.
Every time.
God damn.
Every time with this guy. Every time.
Fuck.
I,
Well, thank you, Julio.
Alright. Hopefully you really felt that from Julio. But we back. It's actually been a while since the last episode. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's up right now. Well, it's not like up like in the time in the time we're recording, but it's up like in the time you're watching. Because like we're in the past, but you're in the future. Yeah. Go watch it.
But like the way that my bank account is set up, you gotta watch it earlier though, before the future.
So the past.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yo, time is weird, honestly. But anyways, yeah, go watch that episode, and then come back. And to be honest, that episode aged pretty well. You know.
It was a huge step in production.
Yeah.
It was a huge step. I'm actually very impressed from what I saw. Isaias just showed me it because I never get to see anything he puts on Instagram or YouTube until everyone else sees it first. So
yeah, you know, that's true.
I was surprised from what I saw. It's going to be a good looking podcast.
Yeah,
we look pretty tired, but you know, things happen.
It's whatever. But yeah, that episode aged really well because we were saying in that whole episode, Toronto Raptors are gonna win. And guess what happened? Toronto in 6.
They won.
Boom.
Did I say last podcast they were going to win?
I know I did. You were like kind of debating.
I was debating? Okay.
Yeah, you were like...
You know, I think that was before Katie got injured. That might be it.
It was before KD was even playing. You were like... Yeah, Toronto's going to be winning.
Because I said Katie was going to come back and it's all going to be over.
Yeah.
And then he got injured. So I think it was definitely before he got injured again. Now, he was injured, but he got injured again. And he was down for the count.
So do you think if KD wouldn't have gone injured again, it would be different?
I think it would be Raps in 7. But definitely a very interesting series.
Yeah, because Game 7 would have been back in Toronto. Home court advantage. Imagine Game 7 in Toronto.
Oh my god.
Woo.
I think the crowd would have ripped the roof off that whole place.
Yeah. Drake would have been more petty.
Drake would have been ejected. I mean, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, he would have punched freaking, who was that? Steph Curry. Instead of taking his win.
Yeah.
Take his jaw.
I can't believe he literally had a piece of his hair lint. Drake is...
It's his friendships, I guess. You know,
yeah.
When you're that big of a rap god, you know.
Yeah.
You do stuff that people will let you do. So.
Yeah. And he went on Instagram Live for I think the first time ever after the Raptors won. And was calling called out Klay Thompson. Which, I mean, it sucks that Klay also got injured. He was putting up some numbers in Game 6. And then he got injured. Torn ACL?
Yeah, something with his knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think they're both out for the entire season next season.
That sucks.
I know Katie for sure. I don't know Klay. Yeah. We're not gonna see Katie for while. And,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A nice little switch up, you know. The Golden State isn't like reigning supreme over everyone now.
You know, to be honest, like when you look at the past, a lot of other teams have done worse. Like a lot of teams have like done, what do you call it, back to back championships. If we had Golden State do that, they would be the most hated like ever, because they're so, you know, they have so many all-stars. Like the other teams that had three-peats, what, I think one was like Shaq and Kobe, but that was about it.
Yeah. Well, but wasn't this like the 5th time in a row Golden State had been to the finals?
To the finals, definitely. Yeah.
And it was going to be like their 4th time in a row if they would have like winning if they would have won. I think that's what it was.
No. They were about to get 3 years in a row winning, but they didn't.
Oh, okay.
If they won that game or that series,
Sure.
it would have been a three-peat.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, it's not as bad, you know, if that did happen, but I just hate Golden State. So,
I was, you know, everyone was just kind of tired of Golden State versus versus LeBron, basically. These past few finals, like the Golden State is the Patriots of basketball. Everyone's tired of the Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
we still want to watch it.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Well, actually,
I don't watch football.
not for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl had one of the lowest, what do you call it, viewings ever.
That doesn't surprise me. Like, who was it again? Patriots and who? I don't know.
Whoever
wasn't
decided to
was it the Rams?
win.
For some reason, I think it was the LA Rams.
Yeah, for the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
the most recent one.
Yeah, I think so.
Rams.
But I mean, at this point, I don't even watch football anymore. I just watch the Super Bowl, and then it's the Patriots every time. And
sad Super Bowl, but that's. I think we actually talked about that.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
Go
watch that right now.
If you want a clip, maybe, I don't know.
Run it back.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl just happened last Sunday.
Trash.
It wasn't
Super Bowl.
It wasn't like super at all.
It was a bowl. That's what it was. It was a simple bowl.
So yeah, shout out to Toronto. You know, we need to go to Toronto. Like, it's a must. We are always talking about Toronto.
I'm all Cancuned out right now, man.
Divulge how your vacation went, which is why these videos are taking a bit of a time to get out, because I was waiting for him to come back from his vacation.
Man, it was blessed, man. What can I say?
Well, what you can say is say it in the mic.
I'm kidding. No. It was fun.
He didn't swim with dolphins, though.
I didn't swim with dolphins, no. But I did swim in a lot of very beautiful areas. Ate lots of great Mexican food. You know, had what do you call it? Mexican Coke. I don't know if that's, you know, a huge thing nowadays, because I think they have them in the
it's
US.
not the same.
I don't know.
Same.
To be honest with you, I couldn't taste the difference.
Like, I think it's like the placebo effect. Like, specifically Coke being in a bottle, because we're all used to Coke being in a can, but for some reason when it's in a bottle, it tastes good. But then when you like, oh, this is made with real cane sugar and not fake sugar, you're like, wow, I can really taste it.
And on top of that, the environment. Think about just having a Coke on, like, you know, just a cloudy, cold day, just raining. Or you're going to have a nice Coke and a smile over on a beach over in Playa del Carmen.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Let's see. I want to say, if I had Qdoba here, you know, it would be nothing. But if I had Qdoba, like, in Mexico, it'd be...
Well, it wouldn't be Qdoba then. It'd be straight up Mexican food, Mexican burritos.
Just some normal stuff. If you eat it in a new area, it'll be that much better.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely the environment you're in has a greater impact on your
experience, man.
Yeah, it's all about the experience.
Man.
It's all about the experience. Like, you can read, you can watch, you can research, but you won't know unless you actually experience it.
It's better than the pictures, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Especially, what's it called? Escaret.
Escaret.
Oh my god!
Es-
Oh my god.
Escaret is this Mexican. I don't even not like.
I want to say like a theme park type
yeah,
of thing.
but it's not, but like no rides, no like actual like roller coaster rides. It's kind of just I don't even know.
I'd say it's a theme park, but yeah, you would, like you said, without the rides, without
Yeah.
the roller coasters and whatnot.
Yeah,
Got the beach, you got the zoo, and it's not your traditional theme park,
It's
which is
not.
great. You know, it's
Yeah.
definitely one of a kind. And I heard that was that one show at the end,
the
that we
like
were
the
talking
history
about,
show.
the history show.
Yeah,
So apparently, what I heard from one of the bartenders in Playa del Carmen is that the bosses, before we actually went to watch the show, was that the bosses told all of the directors, of the show, to just travel across the world,
Mhm.
different continents, and just pick apart different types of theatrical, I guess, methods,
mm-hmm.
the amazing theatrical methods that people use, so they could, bump up that show
Yeah.
to crazy levels. And I don't know, I can't base it off anything, but from
Yeah.
what I saw, they did their thing.
Yeah. So I've also been to Cancun. I've also been to Escaret. It's pretty great. Like the thing with Cancun though, it's like the Miami of Mexico, and it's also very. So when you go to Cancun, and literally it's hotel after hotel after hotel. I don't know if you drove like.
That's true, yeah.
Hotel after hotel after hotel, and all you're gonna see is not Mexicans. You're not gonna see Mexicans there. You're gonna see all the tourists, because it's a huge tourist location, and that's the only thing that. Anyways, and that's the only thing that it's kind of like, like you go to another place to experience it. We're talking about the experience, and that also includes experiencing the natives, the people there. But if they're not there, it's just tourists. You're just kind of going to the beach.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get away from that area, into like the marketplace area, that's where the fun begins.
Definitely. It was definitely fun. Oh my god, it was so fun.
Yeah.
There was it was really busy though. Just like it was a lot of cars. The
Yeah.
more urban areas.
Yeah.
I'd say the touristy area we were in was, I guess it's technically urban, but it wasn't as populated as the actual urban areas.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of random dogs. A lot of random dogs. Lots and lots of taxis.
Yeah.
White taxis. Just trying to pick people up and whatnot. But yeah, I feel like I got a little bit of both.
Yeah. And like you didn't stay in Cancun, like you stayed in Playa del Carmen, and
Yeah.
because like there's nothing wrong with like staying in the hotels in that Cancun area.
Besides losing the full experience.
Yeah. Also, like I don't. So I have a love-hate relationship with resorts. Because when I was in Cancun, this lady offered us a tour. I don't even know how we got there, but we went on this.
I just went to sleep when I woke up. And we just ooh.
We were part of this tour, and part of this tour is we went to a resort to take a tour. And
The hell?
yeah, like I said, I don't remember.
You took a tour at a resort? You took a
Of
tour
a-
at a resort.
Yeah, like it was like a brand new resort, and they were trying to get people to like become like not guests, but like annual visitors. I think there's a name for that. Like you come
timeshare
annually.
type of people?
No, but like you're basically every time you come to Cancun, you come to that specific resort and support that specific resort.
Mm.
I think there's a name for that. But so yeah, we took something like that. Patreon. Start your own Patreon page.
I don't know what that means, but
What? Okay. And so we're taking the tour of the resort, and resorts are cool. Like, you get good food, you get swimming pools right next to the beach, which is kind of funny in its own. But and then you get like all these amenities. But that, like, I love it because of that. I definitely want to go and experience a resort. But I also don't like it because, again, you lose out on the whole experience. Like,
that's true.
might as well just go to a resort in here in America, because it's going to be the same thing. And you don't have to deal with all the passports and airports and TSA and Mexican immigration.
To get through when we landed
Yeah.
at the I don't know what Cancun airport.
Yeah.
The Cancun airport. Oh my god, it was such a long time to get out of there, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, all the workers, I'd say, yeah, basically the majority of the workers were just chilling out in the back. Literally all the people that got off the plane, they were helping each other to go, like, and do what you need to do to get out of there. No one was helping. And, like, there were so many people, there were people arguing here and there, babies crying, diapers, in the air and shit. Like, nobody was helping anybody. And I was like, this is so disorganized.
That's wild. Because when I went, it wasn't like that.
Did you go to the same airport? I don't.
Yeah.
Bro.
That, like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you go to Cancun, like, everyone goes to the same airport. When you're flying over I think you're flying over the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's right on the point. So yeah, you're flying over the Gulf of Mexico. So you're literally flying over nothing but water. I think it's
kind of scary. It's kind of unsettling.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense, because, like, if your plane starts to crash, no matter what type of surface you're at, it's kind of the same outcome. Or maybe there's a higher survive rate if it's actually water.
I hope so. Yeah, you could land nicely on water.
Well, but when you're falling from that high up, that fast, water is basically concrete.
You don't drop though. Like, you glide down.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
But yeah, water still is basically concrete with that much force coming down.
Let's talk to the guy that saved everyone on that Hudson Bay thing. See what he says. What's his name? Sully? Captain Sully?
Yeah, then
Tom
they
Hanks.
made him. Yeah.
Let's ask Tom Hanks what
I
he
never
thinks.
saw that movie, so I'm not sure. But so
it's unsettling.
it is because even if you survive the plane crash, now you're out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything, and then you just get eaten by sharks.
Okay, I mean,
so okay. Way back when I was like 3 years old or something, we went apparently to Cancun or somewhere in that area, and we were on a boat, and this is back in the day. If I was 3, this is 2000, the year 2000. There was like these fences out in the water to stop sharks from coming into the bay. And we were on this boat, and they always tell us this story. Actually, I wasn't even there. What am I talking about? But
put yourself in there. Fuck it.
It's because there's a video. We actually caught it. My family caught it on camera. Home recording. But it was only for a split second. I don't know if there's more to that footage, but they just accidentally cut it there. But there's a shark hitting the fence, trying to come into the bay, like something out of Jaws.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, my aunt always tells the story. Like the boat was right here, and I don't know why they were all the way like by the fence, but the shark was literally knocking down the fence trying to get in. Something straight out of Jaws. Yeah. Well, water, like, specifically oceans.
Like vast.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Vast nothingness.
Water kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Kind of aquaphobic. What do you call it?
Aquaphobic?
Aquaphobic. What do you call it?
H2O phobic.
What's it called? There's a name for it.
Fear water?
Nah. It's like with chemistry and what. Hydrophobic.
Hydrophobic?
I think so. And then there's hydrophilic.
You love water?
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, it is water like accepting or water loving. Yeah. I feel like.
Interesting.
Don't quote me on that. I'm not good at chemistry.
Never mind.
I did.
I'm
not good at it. I'll tell you that for sure.
But yeah, vast nothingness, which is weird because when I think of space, space is vast nothingness, but space doesn't scare me.
There's no creatures in space that you know of.
That we know of.
Yeah, space, and we know more about space than we know of the ocean.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's another reason why you probably feel that way.
Yeah, which is crazy that we know more about space than the ocean. Like, it blows my mind. We live on this planet and we don't know what is on this planet. Like, we're still finding animals in jungles that we didn't know existed. So imagine what's in the water.
Bro, I just saw this article or whatever, I think it was Wall Street or something like that, that saw this huge ass squid in Mexico. It was like there was a huge squid or whatever octopus in Mexico, and it was like people were making a huge thing about it because it was like 12 feet long. Think about that.
That's longer than this room. I think this room.
I don't want to think about this. Oh my god.
That's a dinosaur.
That's
a
scary.
dinosaur. That is a dinosaur right there.
Well, I think it's because we don't have the instruments, right?
Yeah.
Because
like
below.
Yeah, because at a certain point, like the pressure is just too much. Like, I think like two months ago or something, this guy set the record for going down the deepest, and I still don't think it's like the deepest we can
like
go.
human.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he was in like a little, like
submarine?
a deep sea diving things. It's like looks like a bubble, but a circle, and it just dives down, and it can handle the pressure. But yeah, like there's freaking mermaids in deep sea.
I don't know about that.
There's apparently a theory that when, if you believe in evolution, that when apes were turning into humans, there was like two splits, like humans, mermaids.
Humans on water, humans in the ocean.
Yeah. People say mermaids are real. Like I remember seeing a Animal Planet, like a documentary thing that was about mermaids, and apparently they got a mermaid on camera. They didn't show the actual footage. They just showed dramatized version of it. So I don't know. Are mermaids real?
I'm so skeptical about that. Mermaids have been like so childish to me, even like as a baby. Like mermaids,
you don't believe in Ariel?
No, she could die for all I care. She ain't real to me. Mermaids, unicorns.
Okay, yeah, unicorns is a stretch.
I feel like they're in the same category.
Well, it's because
extremely childish.
Well, it's weird because you have what are they? Narwhals. Narwhals are the ones with the horn, and that's where unicorns came from. Because they're like, oh, he has a horn. Why can't a horse have a horn? And then unicorns became a thing. But I wonder where mermaids originated from.
You know what? Random thought. Speaking of horns, scientists are saying humans are developing horns because of phones. I didn't really look into the article. I don't think it was really article. It was someone on Snapchat, to be honest. But they were saying that humans are developing horns, like young people are developing horns because of phones or something. I don't know.
That even? How? Like when?
I should have read more into. I shouldn't even have brought it up if I didn't know the details about it. But yeah, just to let you think about that.
That is crazy. I mean, I know that like the constant like looking down at our phones is causing like neck and posture issues. Who knows? This next generation might be like calf intense neck muscles.
I know a couple people like that. Nasty ass.
You know what I just realized?
Don't tell me you wasn't recording
That whole time
since we started
since we started,
at all.
it was not recording at all.
Should we just do this another day? That was really good material.
We
Are you serious?
we got the video and the audio off the video.
This is useless then, right?
Well, now it's recording.
But like before then.
It was, yeah.
You mean to tell me this was just this whole thing 20 something minutes, almost 30, just nothing?
Oh man,